Let's see. There we go. Hello, my crafty creatures. Whew. It is Monday. And I've had 3 days off. Well, 3 days off from streaming. I've been busting my ass, getting poked and dealing with sub-zero temperatures, and it's still snowing outside. We have 10.5 inches here in where I live. Let me go get my handy dandy manual converter, and I'll tell you how much that is in metric. Maybe I won't, because I only have freedom points in on my. Okay. 10.5 inches. 10.5 inches. I'm sorry, I don't have a fast conversion here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are working on call dance this week. And per usual, it's my eye pokey eye. It's my eye 10 weeks. So tomorrow I will not be on. I have an eye appointment, and I won't be able to be here. So today we are working on the color 823. We're filling in grapes, and I do think that we'll get the color done today. Husband creature did not go to work today because, again, there's 10.5 inches of snow. Oh. 10.5 inches is only, I don't think that's how it works. Now I gotta Google food. I might be rusty, but oh, hi. Let's see. 10.5 inches, 2 centimeters. 26.67 centimeters is. That's. You heard me say 10, as in this many, right? Oh. It's for us who are used to snow, it's big coat weather. I mean, I don't have any problems with it, and it's not whiteout conditions, so once I'm done the stream, I'll go put on my big girl clothes and go shovel myself out. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, and tomorrow is my eye exam. So I'm getting both my eyes dilated, and it's gonna be. I'm hoping to get new lenses. Like, I love my frames. I love the blue purple gradient of my frames. I love the work, and the frames are in good shape. So I'm just hoping to get new lenses. Because I made the mistake, and folks, don't do this. I made the mistake of getting them coated. And yes, you heard fuck ton of snow. So I'm hoping to get new lenses that aren't coated, because towards the end of their life they fog, and that's what I am dealing with right now. And like Friday, when I went to my eye pokey appointment, they test your vision to make sure it's not getting worse, and I couldn't see through the fog in my lenses. And I'm like, I'm sorry, my lenses are foggy. And I showed the girl, and she's like, whew. And I'm like, yeah, so it's really hard to do this test. And we tried to do the filter, and I'm like, nah, that's not happening either. So, But yeah, tomorrow I will not be on. Just because, right. I'll be lurking in the background once I get home. But when I have my eyes fussed with, honestly, all I want to do is sleep. Yeah, well, and that's uh yeah, the and in addition to the sky drugs that fell from the sky, it has been very, very cold. Um and if anyone has ever eated ever heated with just a wood stove, like, I don't have a backup. I could have a backup. I do have a furnace. I do. It would just take more work than it's worth to get it up and going, because I'd have to have someone bring oil. I'd have to pay for the oil. I would have to then prime the furnace, and then I'm mildly terrified to run hot air through the vents that haven't been used in years. So I only heat with wood, and the house stayed at about 50 degrees. Right now it's like 55, but the cold is letting up. And I tell people that, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's so cold." I'm like, "I have blankets." And honestly, it's not that bad. There's no wind. It's not. And if I get really, really, really cold, I just go sit next to the wood stove, because next to the wood stove is like 50 billion degrees. Oh, so it has been a couple of so yesterday I was doing paperwork at work. I was just getting done my night, and like, I had just gotten done like the easy part of my paperwork, and my stomach just went sour. Uh and I tried to like do, because I don't like to barf. I don't know anybody who actually likes to barf. So I just kind of sat there and I tried to recenter, and I like deep cleansing breaths, try to get the sensation to pass, and my body wasn't having any of that. So I had to go barf. Wasn't anything major. What I determined is, I think my the pooch in my hiatal hernia. So my esophagus closes at the top, and then there's a pooch that sits outside of my muscle area, that keeps all my guts inside, and it pooches. And then there's the rest of my stomach. So when it goes down, I think my pooch got overfilled, and I didn't move enough for it, and I had to get it out of that. And after I did that, I was fine. I'm fine now. It was just yuck. I was worried. I'm like, "Oh no, everybody's getting sick." But no, I cleared it out. It's fine. It was just kind of gross. Oh, it is. And it's just been wild. It's been wild, cold. Um, Ice is in the state of Maine. They have, because we have very much been anti-Trump in the state of Maine. Our governor is very much anti-Trump, and we do have a large Somali community in Maine. I remember in the 90s when they came in. So ICE is in Maine currently. Um, Now, I'm not going to push any buttons. I'm not going to provoke anybody. And and it's I just want people to know that if I'm overwhelmed someday, it's just because, yeah. I so no, and I know that you guys are not in that crew, but there are people who don't believe me that I have relatives that look good in yellow. Like, I have relatives that can rock banana yellow. And if you know, you know. So, I don't know as if it's in screen. I think it is. So I have, yeah, yes, there we go. I got a present from Kelpie. In the background there's a globe. Um, and ad break. Yeah, yeah. I have I have pink undertones in my skin, so it's not really jaundice for me. I look like a tropical fruit drink. Um, but yes, I have relatives that, and I talked with a friend, and I kind of got it out of my system. It's like, at least, and this is not excusing anything that happened over the course of this weekend, but at least some of them know that Puerto Rico is an American protectorate and that Puerto Ricans are American citizens. Now, I'm not tossing that out to the general population because unfortunately they don't. There are people that don't know that people from Guam are American citizens. There are people that don't think Georgia is part of America, or that Georgia is an entirely different country. But I'm not going to be walked on. So if I'm inactive for whatever reason, and I'm pretty sure Husband Creature would at least send a message out. Yeah. I don't want to have to think down those paths, but oh yeah, I'm totally fruity. Um I have that there's a poem from the Holocaust. They came for the immigrants, but that wasn't me. They came for this, but that wasn't me. And I said nothing. But then they came for me. And so I'm not tolerating that. I'm not staying silent. I'm not accepting that. They will come for you. And I'm trying not to be dark about it, but no one, and you guys are lucky, everybody I know watching currently is not an American citizen. You are not here. But that's where my mindset is, and fortunately enough, my nervous system is already used to this amount of stress, so I just kick something less stressy off my plate to accommodate for the added unnoticed stress of the existence. Ugh. And and while I took a special interest in World War II when I was growing up, because I was like, how can people let this happen? How did they miss it? And now that I'm like, oh my god, this is how. And I don't have the resources to be out protesting all the time. I don't have I do have a little bit of a voice. Um, and on top of all the bad things the federal government is doing, um, now I follow a lot of independent political and news content creators. One of my favorites, and this is heartbreaking for me, but I didn't even bat an eye. Off Joagan was one of my favorite smarmy ones, and I spoke of him on this on stream before. Um, Four women came out after he was uh, at a meeting of the minds, as it were, in Chicago. Four women came out and said that he sexually assaulted them, and I heard the story of one of them, and it was just heartbreaking because she thought he was her friend, and and that's what kills me. Is that's what it is that's why we choose the bear. Is it might not be all men, but unfortunately women don't know because, oh, that's not me, and then something like this happens. Like he had a large following of women and whatnot, and yeah, it's so I was processing all of that. Like I didn't even bat an eye. I unfollowed him on everything that I followed him on. I didn't block him because him and I didn't have any personal interactions. But I did block him. I unfollowed him because yeah, she thought he was her friend, and that is what kills me. That's the unexcusable bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At least we know what the bear's gonna do. And I've been trying to process that and also like pretend that the world is normal. Try to go about my life as easy as I. Yeah. And I hate to be that level of, like, I like to have the hope that it's better, but mm-hmm. And that's the one thing, like, with what the federal government is doing, that's the one thing that I will not be silent. They are murdering American citizens. Murdering. None of those people are any sort of danger. They are murdering American citizens. And there are people still defending the murderers. Yup. And I won't be silent about it. I won't. But I do think I went over too far. I went to the wrong square. Did I break another needle? Okay, good. I didn't. I've been doing a lot of that. Breaking the needles. I was gonna say, did we lose power? But no, we didn't. Because I don't have UPS for this system, so. There's that. We're back to where we're supposed to be. So I got 2 columns of 10 left to do today. And that's what we're doing. Exactly. Exactly. Men should be calling out other men's bad behavior. That's the only way it's going to stop. And 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 it's the step. Like I I try my best to take the baby steps. I can't take the big steps. Well, I can take the big steps, but it's the baby steps. It's the little work. It's the small changes in yourself and encouraging the small changes with your friends and your family. Yeah. Oh yeah. I America's immigration system is broken. I will not say that it is perfect. America's immigration system is broken. It is very hard. It's very hard anywhere to immigrate. And I used to be of the mindset, well, if they're doing it correctly, it shouldn't be a problem. I used to think that way. And then I looked into it. And because, in all honesty, I looked into immigrating to another country. And that is where I learned about needing sponsorship, potentially being rejected because of my diabetes. Because with places with universal health care, I am a drain on the system. I'm not going to mince words. As you see me living and breathing, I am a drain on universal healthcare system. I am that person that everybody talks about, but they really don't mean me because I have a full-time job and I work. So I'm obviously not included in that drainage on the system. But when you stop and you look at it, I am a drain on resources. It takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of working together as a team to keep me alive. I am no stranger to that. The systems are broken. And nothing will really change until the bigger systems are fixed. But until then, we can make our own little sub communities where we can get along, we can survive the best we can with what we got. But part of that is acknowledging that some things we know might be wrong, some things we know might be different, and doing the hard work of moving forward and doing our best to work within what we are given. And it is very eye-opening for me because every day down here, every day I'm fighting so hard because eventually they're gonna reach the people like myself, where I provide. I mean, I own a house. I do all of the things that I was told I was supposed to do, but I am a drain on the system because of my diabetes. And there will come a time, if America lets the path continue, that they will come for me, because I am not like everybody else. So that's what hangs over my head. I mean, it's hung over my head most of my life. I recognize that, but it's gotten worse. So I can do what I can, but I need the power of people who have bigger voices. And there are those out there, but a lot of them don't want to risk their status to do the right thing, because what's right isn't always easy, and what's easy isn't always right. And now, if you're all happy with your call outs for the morning, I'll have more tomorrow. No, I won't have more tomorrow because I'm not streaming tomorrow. Thursday, I'll have more Thursday. And yes, I absolutely try to keep things light, airy, and good humored. But I am no stranger to realism. I came across a TikTok, not it was a reel or something like that. It was one of my doom scrolling sessions, and someone left a comment. Oh, we miss your funny stuff. Not my video, of course, because I don't post enough to have people doing a lot of comments. Oh, we miss when you had funny stuff. And the lady's like, so do I. So do I. But if I don't say something, I fall into the people who did nothing. And that hit home, because I gotta say something. Like, you can't be silent. Yeah, it's everybody else is like, fuck. Oh, and so I was working on pointing out the present that Kelpie got me. It's in my background. Let's see if I can actually line my finger up with it. It's a globe, and instead of spinning, and instead of me spiraling, it's supposed to be the world spiraling, but the world likes to waffle. I started spinning it, and it spun for a little bit, like, and I have to, like, you have to use air to get it to spin once it's stopped, but then, so it stops spinning, and then it just kind of goes back and forth and back and forth, and I'm like, the world is waffling. But I definitely, I like it. It's very cool. Where it is right now is only its temporary spots, because now that I've gotten all the big furniture pretty well organized, and I'm cleaning the drawers and I'm organizing all of that stuff, I'm going through and I'm organizing my tables and XYZ. I gotta organize my back shelves there, because I moved them from over here next to me where you guys couldn't see them to behind me, so now I gotta fix it. Yesterday, it was out for delivery, and I was I was getting updates, and I'm like, I am at work, so I don't know as if I'm gonna be getting this normally. So I didn't. I was at work when it showed up, but husband creature brought it in the house. Mhm. And someday I'll have a desk again that I can have fun desk. Like, a lot of the things I have up here are from when I had a desk at work, and they were just fun things to make people smile. And, well, I like having them. I wouldn't say no to having a desk again to bring joy into people's lives. Mhm. Oh, look, it's me. Because I still haven't fixed that setting. Someday. Someday I'll fix that setting. Nope. Dogs are barking in the neighborhood. Pixie decided to join in. You're fine, ma'am. No, go lay down. No, you're fine. Let's see. Let's see. Eh. Oh, I'm like, that's why it's not showing up. I'm not even. Oh. I was gonna pop the pupper cam on, and I might if she comes back. Cesar's hanging out with Dad, so. So we only got a few bigger colors left on this page for call dance in my never-ending quest to avoid 939, because I'm still not done 939 on Divine Instinct. I'm close, but not done yet. I think the most fun that I've had in the snowstorm is and I'm sorry, Dragon. You can hate me if you want, if you're watching. Well, is watching people in states where they're not used to snow. Now, as long as they're being safe and they're not getting hurt, I'm going to giggle at them. Falling on your ass does not qualify as getting hurt. For me, is if you're driving recklessly and you're not comfortable in the snow and you have a car accident, that's not cool. But watching people walking in the snow, slipping, sliding, or even shoveling, it's hilarious for me, because in my 43 years of life, I have never lived in an area that didn't get snow. Now, I love snow. I don't like paying to heat because of the snow, but I will bundle up and I will go play in the snow. I will. I absolutely will. I will dig tunnels. I will go sledding. I love playing in the snow. As long as, what I wish I didn't have to do is pay for the heat to be comfortable after playing in the snow. There's a very distinct line. But just watching people interact with snow, whether it be good or bad, makes me laugh. And I've been doing a lot of that the past few days, at least because of that. and the winds weren't too bad, so I never felt that we were going to lose power, even if I prepared the generator, just in case. Because it ended up being light, fluffy snow. And light, fluffy snow is easier to deal with. I am glad. And just keeping it in my brain, are they a good quality boot? Because if they are good quality boots, I keep things like that in my brain, uh, just in case other people ask. Because honestly, I send people. I always suggest the duck boots from Bean, because they're good boots. They have a backlog of several years, but they're good boots. Well, make sure if you want, I either you can write a review for them, or I can write a review for them. But if they're good boots, give them the boost that they need. That's that there. Up to. It's one of those weird areas that I'm working in right now. I've definitely started to give praise where it is due. Um, but at the same time, I don't give praise just for the sake of giving praise. And I've never really done that. Like if it, and like with comedians and whatnot, like if their joke's not funny, I'm not going to laugh. If they amuse me, I do smile. I do show some form of humored. Uh, but I have a coworker who works in maintenance, and he's an older gent. But he's like, well, why don't you smile more? And last night I looked at him and I went, I don't have the energy to smile all the time. I'm in a fine mood, and if something amuses me, I'll giggle or I'll smile, or I'll try to bring up someone's mood, but I don't have to have Pennywise's smile plastered on my face just because you need me to smile. Okay, go get some sleep. Almost to the bottom of this column. I don't have to pick a new color. It's gonna be a shade of green. Cause them's the colors I got left. I got 904. I think 905 that I. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Well, 823 is the last big-ish color on the page. Then I get to go to my alone colors because I'm not doing 939 today. I'm not. I work on some of the small colors since it's a low-key day. Oh my. Two. I love love cross stitching, listening. It's just nice. Yeah, after stream today, it's gonna be shovel in the driveway. That's pretty much all it's gonna be. And after shovel in the driveway, it's gonna be going to work. Oop, I missed a stitch. Trying to clear out all my text messages that I don't need to. Okay, there we go. Hate calls. That's okay. All clear. Woo. Woohoo! This is my on the Finch thing. This is my doing thing that makes me happy, and taking time for myself. Because due to the cold and the snow and whatnot, I really considered just being like, no, but I need this. This is my therapy. I love sitting here, hanging out, chit chatting. Yeah, my hands are kind of cold too. I put wood on the stove, so I know the heat is percolating. And I know husband creature is at least out of bed now. What he is up to, I do not know. But I almost done this column of 823. then I'm going on to the last column of 823, and then I probably have a color finish today. Color page. Hmm. Well, go you. Huh, that is where I want to be. Okay. You gotta love the follow-ups. Oh my goodness. I don't want to go shovel. Meh. Okay. We're gonna see. We're gonna go all the way. Mm. I get that. Yeah. Yeah. I like keeping the outer layer closed. Dr. Jekyll over there. Well, the lobster claw crackers are just nutcrackers. I'm gonna break the poor hearts of anybody who's been bamboozled. Is they're just nutcrackers. Here's a weird, potentially offensive question. Do you guys have northern lobsters over in Scotland? Or do you have um lobsters with no claws? Or do you have lobsters? That's a big word that I don't know. So you're gonna teach me the thing I don't know today. Ah, okay. Well, I'll Google it later. Hmm. I'll Google it when I'm picking a new color. How's that sound? Because that will be happening soon. Yeah, because this color ends in about 10 rows. I'm so pleased. I love color finishes. So I know it's not going to happen this month, but my goal for both projects in February is to get the current page that I'm working on finished on both projects. Really hoping I have enough. I don't think I'm gonna have enough string to finish out the stitches that I have left on the page. Hate that. I might, but I don't think so. My fingers be getting frosty. Switch. Gotta switch to another piece of string. Boo. So close. Like, it's not even funny how little left of this color I have, and I just don't have the string for it on the needle. I have the string for it. Just have to add on. Mm-hmm. Right here. I'm just making sure the husband creature's TV isn't being picked up by the microphone. Not quite sure what he's watching, but it has sound effects. Well, he turns it on and all I hear is a slide whistle, and I'm like, oh my. Oh, and Pixie has wandered off. Oh, ad time. Oh yeah, it's time passed. Yay! Everybody's back. Oh, wrong area. Oh, Pixie's coming back. It's funny. Some of the stitches I have an extra stitch, so over on the other side, there's grapes that are kind of smushed, and on the other side, there are grapes that are a little bit bigger. So. I'm on the last couple lines of the color on the page. Then I'm gonna look up this weird creature. I have no idea what it is. And then while doing that, I'm going to pick the next color. I'm picking a color or two that are labeled on the alone color area, but I'm gonna try to pick ones that are enough that they make a noticeable difference, because that's all after I got 939, and I don't want to work on that right now. I'm not going to. I have plenty of other colors that I can work on. It just involves color swapping or having to jump around the page a little bit. It's not. I'm gonna avoid all the ones that are like literally one stitch though, because I can just do that in my off time. So one area where I do actually do that in the off time, because It's literally like 1 or 2 stitches. I'm like, no, no. Mhm. 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 We are done. 8:23 on the page. Woo! I just gotta snip the thread and wind it back up. For the only big color I have left is 939. And again, for those of you who have been living under a rock for the past, at least today, hour and 15 minutes, I don't want to do that color right now. So I'm gonna take care of my mess a little bit here, as I've been trying to do is slowly organize my mess so it can inch back into my life. It's actually kind of what happened this weekend is I got my mess all I had my mess pretty well organized. And then this weekend happened and I'm glad you're gaming. But yeah, this weekend happened and my mess retook over the existence. Oh my goodness. My body is not moving well today. Nine, 8:23. Oh, I am very amused by Cult of the Lamb. I've been playing Ark with Husband Creature during like our weekends off. Like my weekends off, we play a lot, but um, during the week, like we kind of like balance off play. Like I'll play well just after stream. I'll hop on and I'll do a little bit of farming here and there. Um, okay, I gotta pick a color. I took the time to dot ones that are not worth working on screen because I knew this was gonna happen. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna do 307. Good job. And 307 is yellow. and that's why I picked it. But it's a decently sized, like, it's not huge. We will get this color finished. But at the same time, I had the opportunity and I took it. Yeah, 307 has a small bit up. I'm confused. So it'd be a horrible time to use point to change. Yeah, it probably would, because it's gonna be 5 minutes and I just go back to 307. I want to be cheeky. Well, the change color thing, I meant to have like on screen, and I had it for a little bit of time on screen, what colors I had available left to work on the page, and it just never fleshed out all the way. Yeah, I don't even think there are 30 stitches worth of this color, so that's not gonna be here very long. It fills in a lot of the colors I'll be working on for the remainder of the time are just they'll fill in like little blocks here and there, and they'll add accenting and whatnot. Girl, you can come visit me, and overheating will not be a problem. And I would, if you're trying to sleep, silence the school emails. The school emails, I honestly would check once or twice a day. Once in the morning and once at night. Or check in the morning and respond at night. Because it's taken over a good portion of your life and it's stressing you out more than it needs to be. So you need to rearrange that on your plate. And I don't like to say you need to, but it would be in your best interest if you could streamline how much control they have over your life. And I recognize you have a kid, this, that, the other thing, but other parents, even in similar situations, mitigate or manage. And if you need a nap, turn your things off. I will bring. Don't make me come up there. I will bring the snow. 'Cause it's still falling. Oh, yeah. And that's what happened to me last night. I got done all of my ADLs and I was sitting there and I just got hot. I didn't warm. I just got hot. And then I was like, "Oh, I feel yuck." And then I got cold and then I puked. So, and then I felt better. Mhm. In person, this yellow does not look as bold as it is on the screen. Like I'm kind of enjoying how bold it is on the camera because it's very pale yellow in all fairness. But on screen it looks it's yellow. Stick your foot outside the blanket. That's what helps for me. The blanket foot rule. Mhm. I right now think just the house is in a transitional temperature for me, and that's why my hands are so cold. When I started stream, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, just before I started stream, I went and I put more logs on the stove, and I get that too. Mhm. Okey-doke. All done in this area. Now I gotta. Oh, almost. I think after I get 307 all done, I'm gonna call it a day. Where did I put my scissors? Because they were just here. There they are. I hit some space bars somewhere. Okay. So we're gonna work down in here. Where some of the shenanigans are. Mm-hmm. Dogs aren't used to husband creature being home, and they're all very confused. Hey, lay down. Yeah, the area I'm working now is in the heart of the boo-boo area. So that's essentially just fill in what's open and we'll see how it goes. And it's funny because like this little I'm thinking the square that I was just in is where all the mess ups are, because now that I'm just below it, all the counts are adding up. So oh, husband creature's going out to trouble. Little does he know that I will be going out to shovel with him soon. So I got done. I got done one of my pretty bookmarks this weekend. It's the Starry Night bookmarks. I got the fox one done. I haven't picked which one I'm gonna do next, but the fox one is complete. Mm-hmm. Only problem with the yellows is they show the dirt the most. Even though these things get like 3 baths before they go on display, but I like yeah. In person, the contrast on the yellows isn't as like dramatic as it looks on camera. So I really like being able to see the differences. little bit. And we'll call it a day. So tomorrow we're going to work on just little colors. Oh, not tomorrow. Thursday I might have to bite the bullet and work on 939. We'll see. Because while I'm not going to stream tomorrow, I might cross stitch. I mean, they're not poking my eyes, they're just dilating them. So once I take a nap and can focus my eyes again, I'll probably work on this a little bit more. But for now, let me finish this stitch to get you some numbers. Okay, so we started off the day at Started off today at 4.84. We got up to 4.88. We'll get to 5% relatively quickly. Only did 180 stitches, which isn't really that surprising. Right now we're at the jump around color until I want to actually work on the color that will fill in a lot of holes. I am avoiding 939 like a plague. But I want everybody to stay warm if you're cold if you're warm. Drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others. Be kind to others without harming yourself. Remember to lift with your legs if you're having to shovel snow. And I will be back on Thursday for my long stream. I love you all. Thank you for the gift of your time. And I will see